Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video we are going to be going into our blog and setting up some of the initial settings to just get everything set up the way you want it. What we're going to do first though is I just want to show you what your blog looks like right after you set it up. Okay, so here we've got my blog setup for dummies. And it's just very basic, okay? But at this point, if you wanted to, you could just start posting content. Totally up to you, okay? I recommend you personalize it though, because this is a standard header. Your blog doesn't have to look amazing, but it needs to be you. It needs to reflect your personality, and it needs to tie in with whatever your niche is. Okay, so right now we're going to go into the back office of your blog, and I'm going to show you how to change some of these things. So all you do is at the end of your blog domain name, you type in wp-admin to get to the login page. Okay, I've logged into my blog previously. And so you enter the username you entered when you were setting up your blog in HostGator, whatever that password is. You click login, and it comes up with your dashboard. So now the dashboard just kind of, gives you an overview of what's going on in your blog. So what we're going to do first is we're going to come down here into settings, and we're going to change some of the settings. Okay, so if I come into general settings, this is where you want to start. A lot of this should already be set up for you, and you shouldn't need to change it. Okay, but there's just a couple of things that we just want to make sure we tweak. Okay, so you want to make sure that all of this information is in fact correct. Okay, if you want people to be able to sign up for your blog, say maybe you've got followers, then what you can do is just say anyone can register, and you can say, what that person signs up as. So, I would just say they're a subscriber. But you can specify, and you can say, okay, well, I want new users to be administrators, or I want new users to be authors or contributors. Like maybe you've got a blog where there's other people can post content on it. Okay, so you make it so that people can register, and then you specify how, where they start out. Okay, some of this other information, okay, so you want to select your correct time zone. This is kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. I'm going to base it off of the United States. I am in the Denver time zone. Up here I'm in Canada, but this is Denver is Mountain Time. Say what your date format is, say what your time format is, and then you save your changes. Okay, then we're going to come over to writing. Okay, most of what you see on here you don't need to change. Okay, just leave this. I don't recommend posting via email. I've never done it before, but it does kind of pose some security risks if somebody gets their hands on your email information, and then they can start publishing posts to your blog. Okay, so otherwise on the writing page, I don't think you need to really change anything unless I don't have any additional post categories set up right now. But what you may want to do once you've got a few categories set up is come back into here and say, okay, I want my default post category to be, blogging. Okay, but otherwise, I wouldn't change anything on here at this point. Now, in the reading tab, front page displays your latest posts. This is kind of standard. If you just want, when somebody comes to your blog and you want it to come up and say, okay, I want them to see my posts first of all, then you can do that. If you want, you can have a static page. Okay, I don't think I have any additional pages set in there, but if I did, I could say, okay, I want a static page to come up on the front, and I want it to be, say this was my blog. Okay, so I could have it come up and I could say blog. Okay, blog pages to show at most. I'm just going to leave this as my latest post for now. I'm going to come back in here and change that later. Syndication feeds. So if in your RSS feed, this is how many items are going to show. On your blog page, it's going to show 10 posts. For each article in a feed, I always like to do the summary. I don't want it to show the full text. And then I'm going to save changes. Okay, now I'm not going to change any of the discussion, media, privacy. What I am going to do though is I want to come down here and I want to change my permalinks. Okay, what it starts out with is it starts out by saying the default, and it's got this really ugly link. Now for search engine optimization purposes, this isn't any good because Google's not going to find this. Okay, so what you want to do is I'm just going to select custom structure. Actually, no, I'm going to select day and name. Okay, and then I'm just going to delete everything before post name. Okay, so that your permalink is going to be your domain name / the name of the post. Okay, this is the cleanest way to set up your permalinks, and this is what Google likes to see for SEO optimization. Okay, so this is very important that you make this change. Do not leave your permalinks in the default. At the very best, what I would do is change it to day and name or month and name so that the name of the post is in there. Okay, that's at a minimum, that is what I would do. Okay, so I'm just going to save my changes. Okay, and then a couple other things I like to do in a new blog is I like to come in here and I go to the post tab, and it's got this hello world post out there. And what I like to do is I just like to trash that because I don't want that on my blog. It has nothing to do with my blog. Okay, the other thing I like to do is I like to come in here to the links, and I like to get rid of all these links. So bulk actions, delete. After I've selected them all, you click this box right here, and I'm going to go apply because I don't want all those links showing up on my blog. So then the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come into pages. Okay, now it's got this sample page here, and you can leave this there if you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this because every blog needs an About Me page. So I'm just going to change that to be About Me for now, and then when you get there, you can actually, I'm just going to take all this off of here, clear that out, and then you can put it in, this is my blog to help new bloggers set up their first blog. I don't really like that because I've now said the word blog 3 times in one sentence. Might be good for SEO optimization, but otherwise. Okay, and then what you do is you would just click update. Okay, so now, and I'm just going to come into comments here. Okay, no comments found. Okay, that's good. I thought there was a comment, but I could be wrong. So now what I'm going to do is, whenever you're in the dashboard, if you just click on your website name at the top here, it actually takes you and it shows you your website. Okay, these over here are going to go away as soon as we start adding things into the sidebars. Okay, so for right now, that's the basic settings that you need to change. And if you want to get back to your dashboard, you can just come up here and go dashboard. Okay, another option is if you want to have this in a separate screen is you can always just go open link in a new tab, and then you can have this as your preview all the time. And then all you've got to do when you make a change in your dashboard is come over to this other screen and click refresh, and it'll show you the change. So that's also a good way to do it. So now in the next video, what I want to do is I want to go through installing a new theme, because this theme here, it's kind of boring and you can't really do a lot with it. And so I've got a really good option that I'm going to show you in the next video. So go through this video again if you need to get your initial settings set up. And I will see you in a little while in our next video where we will set up a custom theme. Thanks.